Hi, I'm Larimar. In this video, I'm going to talk about your planet, your chart ruler. This is also an extension of my astrology chart ruler series. And if you haven't watched my video and if you're interested in finding out what's your life purpose from astrological perspectives, you can check them out. I will include the links in the description below. So your chart ruler is important when it comes to overall strategy in your life. It kind of sets a tone in your life. It also indicates your best strategy when it comes to approaching all aspects of your life. So I'm going to start with Moon. If your chart ruler is Moon, in other words, your rising sign is Cancer, you will be much better off by following Moon approach in your life. Moon is all about your emotion, intuition, reflection, inner world, and maternal, feminine, intuitive aspects of yourself. And depending on where your moon is located in your birth chart, you can have stronger emotional intelligence. Your emotion and intuition can be more strengthened and sensitive than others, or less sensitive or less developed. However, nevertheless, the more you develop these qualities, you will be better off in a lot of different areas of your life. So Moon is basically all about protecting, nurturing, nourishing. So taking care of your own, specifically your emotional needs, and take good care of other people's emotions as well. Those people have strong moon can be very popular and can gain a lot of public recognition because they intuitively understand how emotion, psychology works in other people. They can tap into the collective consciousness, and that's why these people can be great leaders of some sorts. Moon also represents your mother. So your relationship with your mom can play significant roles in your life. Also, everyone has an inner mom within themselves. So develop those qualities by practicing self-love, self-care, and developing your emotional intelligence, EQ, will bring you a greater success more effortlessly than other methods. Moon also rules your emotional, subconscious world, your femininity, intuitive side. So look within yourself. Your inner work can change your life for better. If your chart ruler is Sun, in other words, your rising sign is Leo, or you have strong influence in Leo or Aries, because Sun is exalted in Aries, you'll be better off by taking Sun approach in your life. So what is Sun? What does Sun represent? Sun represents your identity, your life purpose, soul purpose, individual qualities. Sun is also creativity, public persona, your career. It's also about the area where you can shine bright, like Sun. Sun is self-emitting body. Sun is a star. So it's extremely important to identify who you are in this lifetime and create your own path. So don't be afraid of shining bright and doing your own things. Sun also represents your father figure. So your relationship with your father and the specific qualities that your father has would affect you a lot. So you can learn a lot from your own father, both positive things and negative things. So use your reflection. And Sun is about you. So be a leader for yourself and develop your masculine energy and consider yourself as an important being. Respect and honor yourself. In this way, you can find it easy to shine bright in the field of your own choice. If your ruling planet is Mercury, in other words, you have Gemini or Virgo or Aquarius as rising sign, because Mercury is exalted in Aquarius, you'll be better off by taking mercurial approach in your life, which is all about communication, your mind, intellect. Mercury is about information, exchange of any sorts, exchange values through verbal or non-verbal communication. So read, write, speak, learn a lot. Your curiosity might be a driving force of your life. So be curious about all areas that you are drawn to, because there's got to be a reason why you are curious about it. And the more you learn about it and more information you gather from other people or books or any source of information, you'll be better off. Knowledge is your power. And just interact with your own community, because Mercury rules community, acquaintances, colleagues, peers, friends, all types of people around you. Also, Mercury rules your siblings, so your siblings can play a significant role in your life. They can affect you a lot, or you can affect them a lot, and you can learn a lot from them. Your relationship with your sibling will be important, and Mercury is about information, logical mind, specifically. So use your logic, develop your logic and plan things out and communicate with others. Develop your communication skills, because you have great abilities and potentials to interact with all types of people. And depending on where Mercury is located in your birth chart, you might have inherently more gifted communication skills or not, but this is something that you can develop over time through practices and your focus. So I hope this is helpful. Mercury is also about connectivity. So you can connect a lot of different things, and you can do well at multitasking. You can be good at interacting with different people at the same time, and social media and anything that involves communication can benefit you, and mundane activities. And be related to other people by interacting with community and getting to know other people. Your social context, communication skills will play a significant role. Your ability to gather information and sort out things in specific orders can be valuable. If your ruling planet is Venus, in other words, you have Taurus, Libra, or Pisces as rising sign, or having strong influence in these signs, you'll be better off by taking Venusian approach in life, which is all about love, harmony, beauty, balance. Venus is all about balance and value. And make sure that you love. It's extremely important to find out what you love about in your life, what you love, do what you love, and interact with people you love, and love yourself. Love is extremely important for you, because the more you put out loving energy into universe, into what you do, into your relationship, you are going to attract more love into your life. And attraction is your strategy, because Venus attracts. This is an opposite energy of Mars, which is all about go getting and chasing. But if your ruling planet is Venus, it's important to attract the opportunities, and you can do so by loving yourself and loving others, loving what you do. It's also important to find inner balance, inner peace within yourself. because whatever that's inside of you is reflected outward. So if you find that there are a lot of dramas going on in your life, you can focus on your internal world to make adjustment. Another thing that you can consider is beauty, like physical beauty, physical appearance. Venus is a physical planet, so take good care of your physical appearance and make sure that you feel beautiful, not only externally but internally. So any tools that help you feel more beautiful about who you are will be benefiting you. So this can be beauty, cosmetic tools, or fashion and arts. It can be anything. Basically what you love. I have a lot to say about Venus because personally I have Venus as a ruling planet, chart ruler. So pay close attention to practical matters. When you're in an environment that makes you feel cozy and comfortable and harmonious, you will perform much better than you're in a chaotic environments. Of course, this can apply to anyone. However, you could be more sensitive to physical environments because your ruling planet is Venus. If your ruling planet is Mars, in other words, you have Scorpio, Aries, or Capricorn as a rising sign, or having strong influence in those signs, you'll be better off by taking Martian approach, which is all about action, being proactive, ambitious, being goal-oriented, action-oriented. And Mars also rules your physical vitality, your strength, health. So go work out and make sure that you stay physically active. And one of the best approach when it comes to living your life would be fighting for your cause. Mars loves chasing and hunting game. Go get what you want. Instead of waiting for someone else to bring you what you want. The more you become proactive and aggressive about what you want, what you desire, the better chance you will get. And focus on your productivity and get things done quickly. Mars also rules speed, so you can be, especially if your Mars is strong in Capricorn, Aries, or where else? Scorpio. When Mars is in its own sign or exalted, you can have heightened sense of physical vitality, which is really good. However, if your Mars is weak, you can still use this energy, but in different ways. Let's say, for example, if your Mars is in Cancer, it's considered weak. However, when you focus on what you want to protect, which is about Cancer, you could be more self-motivated and become stronger and increase your own presence in whatever field that you choose, whether it be career or family-related matters, or it could be anything. But your emotional drive would play a significant role when it comes to taking actions. So, yeah, taking actions, being aggressive. If there's anything you desire, go get it. That is the best strategy for you. Jupiter. If your ruling planet is Jupiter, in other words, you have Sagittarius or Pisces as a rising sign, you'll be much better off by taking a Jupiterian approach, which is all about allowing, teaching, and learning. Jupiter is about higher knowledge, spiritual or macroscopic perspective. It also rules foreign influences of any sort, so traveling can benefit you a lot. And it could be like physical travel or mental travel, just learn about something that is foreign for you. This can bring you a lot of opportunities and luck and optimism and positive vibration. Jupiter also rules wealth, luck, and abundance. So you can basically, especially if your Jupiter is strong in Cancer, I forgot to say Cancer, you would have naturally good luck in a specific area of your life, depending on where, in which house Jupiter is located. So being generous, and it's important for you to find the right mentor figures. And you could be a mentor figure, like a teacher of some sort. You have a lot of knowledge internally, and part of your mission is to develop, deepen your understanding, expand your horizons. So your best strategy in your life would be exploring around any topics or field areas that you're interested in. For example, when it comes to relationships, you don't have to be limited you don't have to limit your options. Just allow yourself to explore, to meet all different types of people from different backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds. And by doing so, you can learn a lot and have a lot of opportunities in many areas. So Saturn, if you have Saturn as a ruling planet, in other words, you have Capricorn or Aquarius as rising sign, you will be better off by approaching your life in Saturnian ways. Saturn is all about discipline, structure, limitations, and rules, moderation. You specifically, you'll be much better off by going to bed at the same time and wake up in the same time, working diligently and deploying patience, moderation, prudence, consistency, persistence. All these qualities are ruled by Saturn. Limit by itself is not negative. When you practice healthy restrictions, your life can be improved significantly. So making a healthy habits and sticking to them is important. So you will be much better off by having like strict lifestyle. Like limit what you're eating and learn to set boundaries. Boundary is important for you when it comes to your relationship, career, life routines, or anything. So Saturn takes things slow and slows down all the process that it touches, because Saturn is a slow planet. It takes about 30 years to rotate around the sun. Whatever goals you envision, don't try to rush it. Don't force yourself to get things done in a short period of time. That is more like a Martian strategy. And have a long-term plan and commit to your project or relationship or whatever that you envision in an elongated period of time. And do the work diligently, persistently, and consistently. You don't have to be like a workaholic. It's really about being consistent and persistent and being disciplined. So these are the main strategies you would like to deploy. So don't rush it and be conservative and follow the societal norms unless you have strong Uranus or Aquarian energy, because Saturn is about convention, tradition, structure, kind of boring structures, procedures, bureaucratic process, etc. Even though it may be boring or too simplistic, in the long run, you're gonna gain a lot, because Saturn, which rules in time and guaranteed success, it's earned respect, earned efforts. So you would tend to blossom and thrive later in life after the age of 35 or 40 or something like that. Okay, and then Uranus. If your ruling planet is Uranus, in other words, your rising sign is Aquarius, you'll be better off in life by taking Aquarian approach, which is all about breaking the norms, break the rules. It's quite opposite force of Saturn. For you, it's extremely important to find out what is real for you. Aquarius is all about authenticity. It can shake things up crazily, like an earthquake, so you can figure out what is real and what is not, and what works and what doesn't. So time to time, you'll be better off by shaking things up in a specific area, like changing your routine. Like for me, for example, I have my ruling planet has trine aspect to Uranus, so I actually benefit a lot from switching my daytime. Sometimes I become night owl and early bird. You would need to change your environments. Some sort of radical, sudden influence can enlighten you, can give you a huge spark of inspiration, and can make you awaken to a reality or a truth that you were blinded before. Think outside of the box and learn to see through deceits, deception, and personal integrity. Hold on to your personal integrity. And Aquarius is ingenious, original. So don't be afraid of being different, because being different actually means that you can make difference in the world. And not everyone needs to be crazy or different, but you are ahead of times. Aquarius has this energy, so you may have a better eye, or you can see how trends are going in advance, depending on where Uranus is located and how strong your Uranus is. It's gonna be expressed differently. However, use your authenticity, originality, creative ideas, and don't be afraid to break out of your comfort zone or structures and be different, because the more you do it, eventually it's going to bring you more stability and support on many levels in your life. Neptune. If you have Neptune as ruling planet, in other words, you have Pisces, Pisces as a rising sign, you'll be better off by taking Neptunian approach, which is about dissolution. Neptune dissolves anything that it touches. It's about merging force, allowance, and unconditional love. It's an opposite force of Saturn as well, because Saturn is all about limitation and structuralize everything, but Neptune dissolves everything. It also rules ocean, so in ocean there is no boundary. Some sort of rigid thinking will not benefit you. So be more open to new ideas and allow things to happen. And Neptune also rules creativity and spirituality and love. So use these elements in any area that you want to apply to, and learn to remove mental or emotional fogginess, such as victimhood or disillusion or addiction. You could have a tendency to escape from your reality because Neptune rules a different dimension. This is why a lot of people with strong influence, strong Neptunian influence, are artists or spiritual practitioners, a lot of actors and musicians have strong Neptune. So when it's expressed in negatively, this can make people addicted to some sort of things. Like it could be addictive thoughts or habits or, I don't know, substance. It could be anything. So learn about your subconsciousness, look within yourself, and use your creativity, positive creative ideas to get yourself out of negative or dysfunctional relationships if you find yourself you're in, which can be pretty common for those of you who have Neptune influence, strong Neptune influence. Neptune also rules artistic abilities, creativity, so use these qualities because they're gonna make your life so much easier. Okay, lastly, Pluto. If you have Pluto as ruling planet, in other words, you have Scorpio as a rising sign, or you have Pluto in the first house, you'll be much better off in life by taking Plutonian way, which is all about change, transformation. This is about deep transformation, identity reversal. It can also represent life and death situations. You could probably go through a lot of changes in your life. You could feel like you're living like 8 or 10 lives in a single lifetime. Pluto is about intensity. You could have a lot of intense experience and have a lot of obsession about specific thing. So by itself, it could be a little bit challenging, but in other words, this means that you are a strong soul. You are a strong warrior on a soul level. Otherwise, you would have not chosen this experience to go through in your life. So you can grow a lot through consciously changing yourself, changing your own identity, and depending on where Pluto is located in your birth chart, it can be expressed in differently. The type of changes can be expressed differently. But basically, Pluto is about transformation and renovation. You're supposed to destroy something and rebuild it. So whenever things are going out of whack or out of control, you think it could be expressed physically or emotionally, internally, subconsciously. Whatever that is, any change is actually benefiting you. So your perception is extremely important. How you see change matters, because any change by itself is neutral. By changing your own thought, perspective, perception, beliefs, you can heal your traumas and past life issues as well. You could be more aware of your inner demon or fear than other people, and that's because you have Pluto as a ruling planet. And your best approach is to deal and face your fear. Embrace what type of fears you have and deal with it instead of avoiding it. Acknowledge your fear, and then you could notice that what you're so afraid of is actually illusion. And if you do so, significant healing can take place because Pluto is also about healing. Alright, so I hope this is helpful, and like my video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you have any question, please comment below. And hope you have a wonderful day, sending you lots of positive energy. And thank you. I'll see you in the next one.